Hi, I'm Kadir from Lohuizen. I'm a photographer and co-founder of NOR and a Nikon European ambassador. I wanted to become a photographer at quite a young age. When I finished high school, I applied to study photography, but I was rejected, which was probably a blessing in disguise, because at that time I didn't really know what I wanted to do with photography. I was just intrigued. So it was like in the second half of the 80s, I was traveling and I ended up in the Philippines. And I ended up in the revolution there. That was my first kind of news coverage. You can get access if you research your story. And I think it's really crucial as a photojournalist that you know what you're doing and what you're talking about. I spend much more time often on research than that I actually shoot. Nikon has always been very rugged. Some of the cameras are small, like the Nikon DF, which is really great for me because I don't want to be too obvious. My favorite Nikon lens, I would say, I use a lot the 17-35 2.8. Next to that, it's the 35 1.4, which is, the quality is just stunning. I can work in very difficult light conditions because of the speed of the lens. I really need to be able to communicate with people. I need to communicate either by language or with my eyes to people. If I'm too far away, I think that you will see the distance that I have, literally. I'm sometimes working in pretty extreme conditions, whether it's super humid in the tropics or extreme cold in the Arctic. There have been so many situations where I'm on my own, you know, in dangerous situations where you can only rely on yourself. There's nobody next to you who you can ask advice for, and you often have to make decisions in a split of a second, which will decide if your story works at all. I think what's great about being a Nikon ambassador is I teach quite often. To be able to share my knowledge with a young generation, with the support of Nikon, is incredible.